Flat out switched out.
Shalom, shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH, that's giving all praise to the Most High. The name is only begotten Son, and in the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp, down here in Tampa, Florida. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity. Peace and salutation to the hopeful and scattered abroad. Now, real quick, I want to do a video, a quick, land back off to this video. Fair use, fair use. This is from the channel Prepper Now. It says, our decline is moving faster. And he makes some great points about what's going on in America right now, which is all Bible prophecy. So let's just go into it, and I pray be edified to the for elect.
For central bank digital currencies that are controlled through the state. One group thinks that Bitcoin is going to be a savior, is a group called MicroStrategy. They just went out and they have a balance sheet right now that is $4.1 billion in cryptocurrency, and they just bought a bunch of them at $27,000 per Bitcoin. Now, the current price of a Bitcoin is about 28,000 and change. They bought 5,445 Bitcoin. So it was about 100, almost 150 million.
Now he's talking about different groups that know that, different people that, people know that the collapse is coming, so they're buying like, Bitcoin and these different cryptocurrencies because they know that, the American dollar is about to fail. Okay, it's about to crash, and this is Bible prophecy as well, which this being Bible prophecy, this is all going to lead up to, which they, whether they know it or not, this is all going to lead up to that MOTB. All right, which I'll open up with that. Just be going into the economics, okay, of this place. It's going to lead up to the MOTB, and really they know it, but at the same time, some of them don't know it or they don't really believe it. But this is why the prophets were important. Revelation chapter 13, verse I start at verse 13. It says, and he did great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, which Esau has had the power. He's been, put in that seat of power to do these things in the earth. Which when Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he made fire come down from heaven and put the whole world in fear. Now everybody, for the longest time has been under the rule of the United Nations, okay, which is a part of that beast system. All right, and America is really the secret leader of the United Nations, man. Okay, that country is leading our nations, and we don't have a seat at that table. All right, but it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which they have power to do in the sight of the beast. Right, and this is what they're going to do with that charagma. It's going to come with different miracles. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, they should make an image to the beast, the new world order, which did live by a wound and did live, which talk going into the Roman Empire that fell. It was once, striving, you know, and ruling, but then it fell, and now the Roman Empire has been revitalized through the EU and NATO. Okay, and America spearheading this beast. All right. So it says, and this is why, because they're purposely crashing America. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And they're not, that may be, covert or, however, but they're going to say, if you don't have this technology, you're not going to be able to eat. You're not going to be able to buy or sell, you know. You are not going to get any type of assistance. You won't be able to rent a house, drive a car, any of that. Okay, so that's what it all leads up to. But your Bitcoin is not going to be able to help you. Okay, they're talking about going digital. They're talking about they're going to shut all these banks down, and when they open back up, everything is going to be digital. Cash is going to have no value. It'll tell you to turn your cash to get some credits. It says verse 16, because they want to put everything on the blockchain and track everything. So ain't gonna be no more side jobs, no more selling drugs. All that shit is gonna be done. If you ain't getting taxed, if they can't tax you on it, it ain't happening. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. okay, which is the MOTB that you know C hip put inside your body under your skin. And Elon Musk just came out saying he's taking recruitments for the brain charagma. Okay, where they want to put it in your forehead. So prophecy is being fulfilled for our eyes. It says, in that no man might buy or sell save he that had the MARK and the name of the beast and the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy and sell with Bitcoin pretty soon, or cash, or anything.
$1 in cash. And the reason why is because they are taking their money and they see cash as trash. A lot of people, I'm sure, are buying precious metals because they see cash as trash. Cash is not going to hold on to its value the way that it used to. The reason why is because they're inflating our way out of all this. And the crisis is hitting in other ways too. It's not just through our money and through our fiat currency. In San Francisco alone, this is a recent story that went through all of the different mortgages of large businesses, large retail spaces in downtown California, some of the most expensive real estate in the world.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little foray into that right.
We got this real quick. Revelation 3 verse 10. It says, and because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? So the hour of temptation is coming where everybody's going to be tried, and they're going to try to get you to, bow down to the system. And everybody's about to come into trying times, and the Lord's going to see if you're really for him or not. All right?
Here. And he said, among them in 650 California Street, 34-story office building that has defaulted on its mortgage. So 650 California Street is a 34-story office, and they defaulted on their mortgage. Another one, 101 California. Their biggest tenant left, and now they're slashing the prices of all of the office space. You go and around into the areas, Embarcadero Square. That is for sale for $90 million. It was bought for $245 million in 2018. So from 2018 to today, it's gone from $245 million to $90 million because they can't find any buyers.
Mm-hmm.
So the city's largest mall, they have stopped payments on their loans because they don't have the money.
It's in California.
And retailer Nordstrom closed its 5-story flagship store there.
So you see, these stores, whether you realize it or not, they're all shutting down. And it's really after the pandemic that really took a toll on this place. And now they're trying to do it again. People are going to lose their shit, and they hoping you do, so they can bring out them damn troops and mow you down in the streets. So the next year or so is going to be very, very interesting, man, to say the least. All right, but now they're getting all these private businesses out and putting these corporation businesses where they want to tell you, hey, if you want anything out of this store, you want to even walk inside this store, you better have that chip. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. And in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, which the economists, they're trembling right now. Okay, they're the ones trying to keep this place afloat. They're the ones trying to make the right deals, and they're talking about a government collapse. They're talking about another government shutdown, man. Which means no government workers gonna get paid. It means a lot of things. All right, we're talking about a government shutdown, and they're saying how when that happens, there's no more WIC, there's no more government assistance. So people pretty much be left out there, for the most part, and that's mostly you Jakes too, So they saying that kids are gonna starve, babies are gonna starve because they have no milk, no WIC, and the parents are not gonna be able to get them food. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. So these businesses are shutting down. Okay, hey, at my job for the past fucking maybe 3 weeks to a month. And I work in a big warehouse, man. But the lights just been going out, man. The whole thing. And when the lights go out, nobody can work because it's a bunch of power tools and stuff. But the lights be going out. The lights just been going out, man. And it happened today. It happened today. It happened, but it's getting more and more frequent too now, man. Before it was like once or twice every, month or two. But now it's like, once or twice. Well, at first, or then it was like once or twice a week. But now it's like once or twice a day, man. So I tell my people that work with, I say, hey, man, the Jakes that I know at the job, say, hey, man, one day, the mics ain't gonna turn back on, man. They about to shut this motherfucker down. They gonna lay everybody off. Okay, watch. Not just my job, but your job too. It says, and the grinders cease because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, because the future of America is looking very bleak. So people that's looking out the window, they're like, damn, man, I don't know what the future gonna hold, man. You got people that's living on the streets right now, and then in that, people are getting more and more, agitated and stuff, and violence is increasing. So if you don't live in a good neighborhood, then you're more than likely gonna face some bullshit, some crime. Okay, motherfuckers upset. I remember I was in my mom's house, and she recently moved, but the area she lived in before was not too great. So my sister's husband, he was there or whatever, and he parked his truck down the road a little ways from the house, and then he was in the house for a little bit. We went back outside, and somebody had stumped his damn windshield in, man. Somebody has just stumped his windshield and didn't take nothing, but they just stumped his windshield. And why? That motherfucker must have been having a bad day, where he just jumped up on a random car and stumped the windshield in, and then went about his day. Cause the Jake that he did it to, he ain't out there, he ain't in the streets or nothing. He just he worked. He don't even live in the area, but they just found a random car and stumped their shit in. Because people are on edge right now, man. So pretty soon, before it's gonna be stumping random heads and not just windshields. All right. It says, "And the doors shall be shut." It's like you. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. The sound of jobs and working is low, man. And it's spiritual, because at my job, bro, and some of y'all know from my videos, you may hear me going back into the job after break, going back into the plantation, and you hear how loud it is. When them lights go out, the grinding is low. Okay, it is fucking dead silent in the big ass plant. A big old plant and a big old warehouse. Can you imagine? It's just dead silent. Not dead silent. Obviously, you still have shit. People chattering, but it's like it's very loud in there. It's just from all the machines. It's very loud. So when the lights go out, it just gets dead quiet. The fans don't blow. You get that stale air. That's what's coming to America, bro. This shit about to be unreal. Worse than a third world country. It says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." You see how ridiculous this music is now, and these artists, So that's what the one thing that people could turn to in a time of recession. It was music. When even that's fucking messed up, so putting out wicked vibrations. People finna start going crazy. It says, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, the fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. Anybody gonna want to go out, do anything? People are just gonna have no hope for the future, and that's what's gonna cause more crime and violence. Okay, robberies and rapes. It says, and desire shall fail, because men go with his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. So everybody gonna be feeling it, man. All right.
Commercial mortgage-backed securities are going to be what mortgage-backed securities were in 2008. Brick and mortar is dead. And a lot of these real estate people are having financial problems as well. Also, Evergrande, which is the Chinese real estate house they just arrested a lot of the upper management there because they're not making their payments as well.
This guy got good
So
video. One of the brothers in the camp just put me onto this guy's videos, man. And I haven't seen all of them, but I watched the past few for the past couple of days, and they're pretty good. So it's definitely a good watch. This video in particular, our decline is moving faster. Okay, and yeah, man, and the spirit came upon me to do a video of it because there's some things he's gonna say in this video. It's gonna really tie into the scripture, so I'm gonna add like a little scripture context to it. And I pray it'll be not too long. I try not to make these videos too long. Shalom.
As all of our issues are going on, all the issues are going on across the world as well, and China is one of the major players for that.
Right, so it's happening in China too.
So what are people doing in California? Well, they're revolting. I mean, there's a Oakland group of retailers or business owners that are getting together to picket and strike essentially the state of California. And because the state of the city of Oakland has a crime problem, 10,547 vehicles were reported stolen since January to last week. Cars are about the same pace getting broken into.
Right.
And then, of course, they take these vehicles, and if they haven't broken into them, they steal them and they take them down south, or they put them on boats and they take them over to Asia. So, Oakland's got 440,000 people, according to 2020. So businesses are getting ready to strike. Well, the people in these businesses are taxed to death, all of the different regulations and everything, and the Rona coming and going. And one guy who owns a place called Marzano Restaurant said he was hit by burglars for the third time this year. See what happens, folks, when money gets
hit by the burglars for the third time this year.
Out of control or gets inflated too much, priced out. You don't have the money that you used to. You're losing your job. People resort to things like crime.
Right.
So all the businesses in Oakland are failing to the point where they're starting to strike. Now, what is all this going on? The government went $33 trillion in debt last week. It just crossed 33.1 trillion.
You heard that? So let's grab it. It says, Scripture, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch and see what the Lord will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And the Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So the vision is plain, man. It says, for the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So now we're seeing the vision that was, spoken of aforetime being played out right before our eyes, and this is getting clearer and clearer. We're starting to see it, man. So it seems like it's taking a while, and he gonna say something like that. It seems, like it takes a while and then all at once. All right. Let me grab it to the NLT. It says, I will climb up to my watchtower and stand at my guard post. There I will wait to see what the Lord says, and how he will answer my complaint. Then the Lord said unto me, write my answer plainly on tables, so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. Right? You got to bring out the correct message. That's why it's about doctrine. All right. So the Bible was written for us to read it and go out and carry that correct message throughout the earth. Teach the truth. Okay. Why you should be on fire. It says the vision is for a future time. The vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Right? So this time is coming. There is no hiding or running from it. Okay? It's Bible prophecy that these things are going to happen in America and worse, leading up into thermonuclear destruction. But right now we're watching this economy fail, just like Rome fell. Now here you are, America's falling. It says wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death they are never satisfied. This is the elite. In their greed they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples. This is what Esau has done. Okay, keep pushing out because the American dollar was the world reserve currency, but now the American dollar is failing. Okay, so they're gonna put the whole world in the fucking, you know, everybody bills due. Like I said, my damn job, they ain't paid the damn light bill or some shit, man. It says, but soon their captors will taunt them. They will mock them, saying, "What sorrow awaits you thieves?" Right. Now you get what you deserve. You've become rich by extortion. But how much longer can this go on? Right? And this can't go on much longer, man. Okay, this can't go on much longer. Let me grab it in the King KJV. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against thee, and a taunting proverb against him, saying, Woe unto whom that increaseth that which is not his." That's what Esau in America has done. They have increased that which is not theirs. They got U.S. embassies in every country. You know, they bit off more than they can chew. It says, "And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay," you have laden yourselves with thick clay, which this thick clay, let's go into it. I believe the word is abadia. Okay, let me grab it in the Hebrew. It's abadia, but it says okay, I don't know why it's not saying nothing, but it's H5671 abated, and it says weight of plagues, or it's like a weight of pledges, heavy debts. So the point is debts, man. You know, that's that debt. America has laden itself with thick clay, which is that debt. Okay, and now it's tearing them up. It's tearing them up now, man. It says, "Shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them?" These other nations are going to turn against America, man. Let's grab it in the NLT. "Suddenly your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have while you stand trembling and helpless." This is coming to America. Okay, America is in great debt, and he's going into that. Let's listen to us a little bit more.
Prime. So all the businesses in Oakland are failing to the point where they're starting to strike.
Is it making sense now?
Now, what is all that's going on? The government went 33 trillion in debt last week. It just crossed 33.1 trillion. That's they
33, which is a Freemason number, a Freemasonic number. You know, that's Jake next to me that work in my job. He Cuban, I believe. Nigga's a Freemason, man. He might be a fucking sleeper agent working next to me, man. Okay, but he's a Freemason, man. And he had on a damn 014 call. I help out me on shot right now. It's 10:44 p.m. But he had on a damn Mickey Mouse shirt, which is some Freemason shit. Okay, but yeah, you know that's the American debt clock is just whining and going faster and faster and faster. Okay, this crashing plane is catching momentum.
They got $100 billion in debt added to our national debt, the quickest it's ever been. Yesterday we had 11,000 people cross. They got $100 billion in debt added to our national debt, the quickest it's ever been. Yesterday we had 11,000 people cross our border. It was the most that had ever crossed. Everything is quickening.
Right.
We're not able to handle this stuff anymore. All of the problems are quickening. It's getting worse. It's getting out of control. As they say in economics, at first slowly and then all of a sudden. We're entering...
At first slowly and then all of a sudden. Lord, that's what I titled this video. At first slowly, then all of a sudden. That's what happens. This place is destroyed. Okay? I mean, that's how destruction hits. Okay? Let me go back here. Habakkuk chapter 2. First, I'm going to close. I ain't going to make this too long. So, lock you. You know, it says, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8 in KJV. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil you, because of men's blood, and for violence in the land of all of the city, and of all them that dwell therein. Right, so let's grab it in the NLT. I'm gonna go to verse 7. Settling your debtors will take action. They will turn on you and take all you have, while you stand trembling and helpless. This is coming to America. Because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you. Right? You bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You um you you look what you did to Iraq and Afghanistan. You know, Libya. You know, a lot of these places were um, you know flourishing where they were in a better predicament than when America came. Put it like that. Okay, and America came over there and made it wastelands. It says, and this is be beautiful in the NLT. It says, because you have plundered many nations, now all the survivors will plunder you. You committed murder throughout the countryside and filled the towns with violence. Ooh! What sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly, right? And everything they got through um, unrighteous dealings. So, what sorrow awaits you who build big houses with money gained dishonestly? That house is going to fall. You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your family's nest beyond the reach of danger. Right? And that's what America has done. You know, it's put itself beyond the reach of danger, with the way it's been, moving through the earth. For the very stones in the walls cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaint. Right? Everybody's, upset with this damn devil. Scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. And people are mourning right now. Okay? Everybody's going through it. What sorrow awaits you? What sorrow awaits you who build cities with money gained through murder and corruption? And America's was built on murder and corruption. Enslaving, robbing land from the natives and enslaving the so-called Negroes. Come on. Has not the Lord of heaven's armies promised that the wealth of nations will turn to ashes? They work so hard, but all in vain. For as the waters fill the sea, the earth will be filled with an awareness of the glory of the Lord YAHAWASHI, call YAHAWASHI. Okay? What sorrow awaits you who make your neighbors drunk? You force your cup on them, which is the cup of fornication or abomination. Roughly paraphrasing. They're pushing their wicked lifestyles and their philosophies to the rest of the world. It says, you force your cup on them so that you can gloat over their shameful nakedness, right? Look at, and that's what they did unto us too. They put the drugs in our communities and the alcohol, and they tell you, look, these people are ghetto, they're gangsters, they're thugs, they're killing each other. But hey, we learned it from your nigga ass, E. Can't even pay the bills now. You've been fucking taking all these loans out and not paying the bills, nigga. The hell? It says, but soon it will be your turn to be disgraced, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Soon it will be your turn to be disgraced. Come drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame, right? So America was known as a great country, but its glory is going to be turned to shame, man. It's over for this place. And let's bring it back a little bit to what he was saying.
In debt last week, it just crossed 33.1 trillion. That's they got $100 billion in debt added to our national debt, the quickest it's ever been. Yesterday we had 11,000 people cross our border. It was the most that had ever crossed.
Speeding up.
Everything is quickening. We're not able to handle this stuff anymore. All of the problems are quickening. It's getting worse. It's getting out of control. As they say in economics, at first slowly and then all of a sudden. We're entering into the all of a sudden.
Right.
That's why it's important for you to get your money in order, get your house in order, get your food, energy, medicine, and security.
And listen, man, that's not bad advice, man. You know, you working, put in some extra hours if you got to. You know, get ready for the collapse, man. And you want to have something, some kind of cushion when this place collapses, so that your family ain't fucking dead out starving or homeless when this shit happens. Which it's all in the hands of the Lord. But you want to make sure that you take the proper action. You don't just roll over. You're gonna have to fight for a little bit. We're gonna have to use these digital currencies. All that stuff, man. So hey, get ready for a bumpy road. Okay, don't be simple. Don't be naive walking into this thing thinking that you can just blindly walk into this. Nah, you're gonna have to have YAHAWASHI on your side all the way. And the Lord will test you with certain things. So make sure that your house is in order. You got a little, maybe if you got to put a little money to the side, stop buying dumb shit. Don't be buying them new Jordans. Don't be buying fucking video games and stupid shit, man. Start putting money to the side so that when this shit does hit, it don't hit you as hard as it's gonna hit everybody else. All right, have some sense about yourself. This shit is about to fall. It is about to collapse. But in that collapse, we're not supposed to collapse with it. Okay. And what's gonna happen is when there's no food in these stores, they gonna have your ass in that damn, in that damn line, and you don't want to be in that line. All right. So ultimately, of course, put your trust in YAHAWASHI. I'm not saying I'm going out there and stock a bunch of food and water, but yeah, like the other apostles, has taught us, if you want to get a little extra, grab a few extra cases of water, put them in your house just in case, they put another lockdown in you. You got to be in your house for a little bit. That way you ain't going crazy to go out and get water. Scripture says a wise man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. So we can't be at no damn Walmart wrestling in the water aisle, trying to get the last fucking pack of Zephyr Hills before motherfucker come across your head and with a crowbar and take it anyways. Like that's madness. So make sure that your shit is in order. Everything is on point.
The problems are quickening. It's getting
to the best of your ability, bro. We all live in paycheck by paycheck, but like I said, a lot of things got to do with the way you living. Try to live above your means. You might have to let some shit go. You ain't gonna be able to eat, or go to the movies this week like you always do. Y'all tradition is go to the movies and nah, man. Better fucking download the bootleg or something. Save some of your coins up, and put it in, stuff that you can, keep, non-perishables and stuff, a little here, a little there, and be ready, because like I said, this is going to be a bumper road scrimmage. There's through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right.
It's getting out of control, as they say in economics. At first slowly, and then all of a sudden. We're entering into the all of a sudden. That's why it's important for you to get your money in order, get your house in order, get your food, energy, medicine, and security, all that put together. Because all of these different things are coming together. We're having huge deficits in the U.S. Treasurers borrowing money at rates we've never seen before. $33 trillion in debt, $2 trillion in deficits. We have interest that we can barely pay for that's twice the amount our national defense. There's no political situation that's going to fix this, folks. It's basically go without.
No matter who fucking is in office, goofy niggas. I'm like, oh, niggas for Trump. Okay, nigga, go be for Trump. You should have been for YAHAWASHI. Okay, because Trump can't save nobody, bro. Trump can't save his damn self. They got Trump taking mug shots and shit. That nigga's going down. They all going down, man. Okay.
Everything, or just get ready for it all to crap the bed and collapse.
Right.
China and Saudi Arabia are not buying our debt. The reason why they raise the interest rates is because they make that more palatable to foreigners to buy our debt, because they know nobody else is buying it. Higher interest rate, more return. More return, better money. Pretty soon, though, everybody's going to dump us. Folks, please, put your houses in order and get ready. I'm telling you, we're on the precipice of a major financial collapse.
We are on the precipice of a major financial collapse. So So don't be naive, don't be simple, man. Make sure your shit is intact. And it starts spiritually, not as not. I ain't talking about just physically, man, but it starts spiritually, man. Make sure that in your right mind spiritually. There's no distractions. Make sure that you're on point, because the time you're coming into it's going to come all of a sudden. It says Matthew chapter 24, verse 14 in the NLT, and the good news about the kingdom will be preached throughout the whole world, so that all the nations will hear, because Israel's been scattered into all the nations, will hear it, and then the end will come, right? So this word's been preached, man. Okay, this word is out there. So now we're seeing the end coming. This is Bible prophecy. We know what time it is. We've been the ones out here telling you what was coming. Okay? So then shall the word be preached into all the world, and then shall the end come. It says, verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, love of many shall wax cold. People gonna be out killing each other. It's gonna be a dog eat dog world. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right? So we gotta endure through all this. That's why I say, hey, make sure that you get your shit in order. Let me read it in NLT, verse 12. Sin will be rampant everywhere. People gonna be sinning, stealing, killing, raping, robbing, pillaging. Okay, everywhere. And the love of many will grow cold. People ain't gonna care about you no more. People ain't gonna care about the old lady, trying to cross the road. They gonna come across her head and rob her in the middle of the road, and then rob the car that stops in front of them. Take the car. Kill the people that they just all type of shit gonna be going on, man. Look at them purge movies. It says, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. So you gotta endure through all this. You don't want to get caught up in this. You want to endure through all this. Verse 22, and in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, the Lord got to speed up these times. Let me go up verse 21. For there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will be never so great again. Right, a time worse than ever before. In fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive, but it will be shortened for the sake of but it will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen ones, right? It's gonna be shortened for the elect's sake, man. Okay, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord speaking of these times, and prepare for a bumpy transition. With that being said, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwam Shirallah of Baba Ball.